once there were houses, to lay rubble, smoldering wood piles, to lay shattered stones, empty streets in silence. No living thing, no bird, no animal, no dogs, no children. Not one stone left standing on another. Rather a wilderness of stones, and see if finally then a lesson has been learned. Because there are times when this is justified. There are times, so you may not like it, when this is the only thing human beings may rightly do. And to shrink from it is to be less than human.
You know, you may be right, Fiona. But if it is, I have to ask myself, why don't I feel good about it? I have to somehow go on my gut instincts to make some decisions, because you can convince yourself in your mind about the rightness of the thing, and you can try to find fault in your reasoning, but you can't, because no matter how you turn it over, it still comes out right, and you could think, I know it's right, but I don't think it is, or I think it's right, but I know it isn't. And you can just end up thinking you're just a moron or some deficient sort of thing. But really, there are some things when you want to know the truth of them, you have to use not just your mind, or even your mind and your feelings to make some decisions, because they're too complicated and they need to be considered in some larger way, in the largest way of all. I know I have to go with my whole being when it says I love him and he loves me and nothing else matters. Even if everything else does matter, even quite a lot. Even if I'm doing this in the midst of everyone getting killed. But I can't help myself, and I don't think I should. Probably this is how people end up marrying Nazis, but I can't help it.
You should. You should! I couldn't!
Lydia, if I'd known it was okay to do what you did, I might have loved somebody too. But I know everyone says this, but I was just following orders in a way. I should probably kill myself now that I see the kind of person I am.
That's enough now. That's enough. I'm ready with my verdict. This is what I have to say. You did a dreadful thing, you women, when you killed these men. What could be worse than to take another's life? And yet, you came to us, to my family, and to me to help you. And we failed you. We shared the blame with you. What else could you do? You women took the law into your own hands because you had no one else to protect you. You made a social contract. And Lydia, in her betrayal of that pact, imperiled all of you. I understand what you say. And yet, you can't condemn your sister, no matter what. She reached out. She chose love. She found another, and she embraced him. She couldn't know when she did whether all her childhood hopes for true love, for tenderness, for a soulmate for all her life were destined for disillusion. Still, she reached out. And if we cannot embrace another, what hope is there for life? What hope is there to survive at all? That is why love trumps all. Love is the highest law. It can be bound by no other. Love of another human being, man or woman, it cannot be wrong. Does this mean that every woman must marry? Not at all. Sometimes a woman prefers a woman. Sometimes a man wants another man. But to love, it cannot be wrong. So Lydia, she will not be condemned. And that's the end of it. And you, even though you may have done wrong, there will be no punishment for you either. There will be no justice. For the sake of healing, for life to go on, there will be no justice. Now, Piero, it will be your job to keep all of this out of the hands of the courts and the judges. That much you can do. And you girls, all alone in the world, what will you do? I have to tell you, I wish you would stay on here with me. I would care for you, take you in as my own daughters. I like a strong woman. I like a girl who sticks with her sister. You'll see, one day we'll find a good man. Or not. Sometimes a woman doesn't need a man. I myself no longer need a man.